Okay, we're gonna wait for some people to come in here. The lighting is shit. Please excuse my car because I have to get it detailed, okay? Alright, but I have a message from TD Jakes though, real quick, and it resonates with this message. So I got on the elevator and he said, do you know why it's hard for some people to make sacrifices or to sacrifice? And he said, because you don't know your priest, meaning you don't know who to sacrifice to, you don't know what to sacrifice, and you don't even know what that means, okay? So sacrifice could be very significant to this whole message, to this reading. Alright, it's dark right here, but it won't be like that when the reading ends off, okay? Hey. This is also a message for the person who asked how to sell their soul. So here you go. Let's go ahead and get into the message. I'm so sorry about the detailing in my car. I have to get it detailed. Okay. Like, it just has to be detailed. Okay, that's kind of better. Alright. So you read the channel message. Someone has sold their soul without talent, causing demons to torment them every day. Someone is being tormented by demons. Someone is being tormented by the underworld. I'm also getting someone could be being followed by the death spirit, the grim reaper. Okay, so if you want to know how to sell your soul, I'm not advocating this, but this is how you do it. This is a real technique, a real way. This is what the Haitians do. So if you know voodoo, then you know this is the real thing, okay? So the guy that I actually got this off of was on YouTube. I probably will post the video for you guys to watch it after I do this video. And he is a pastor actually, and he was saying how he had joined a satanic cult so that and sold his soul so that he could become very rich, okay? And this is the steps that he took, and we're just basically going to be going off of these steps. Hold on. I actually have this. I have the slut bucket, and I have this book of spirits. Let me turn off the car. All right. So the first thing, you guys can hear me, right? I think you guys can. You should be able to still hear. You should be able to still hear, right? Yes. Okay, cool. Okay, so this person only had 5 years to live, and in this whole channel message, the chicken spirit is going to be the animal totem. So when you get off this message, look up what a chicken means. I actually didn't look it up. I didn't have the time to, but the chicken is representation of the lifespan. Okay, so he had 5 years to live. I was also channeling, this is something that I channeled, a house fire or someone being burned alive and someone being trapped inside of a fire. Okay, you hear all those honks? Honk, 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 honk. Okay, I wrote 7-day cemetery ritual. We have the blood of a dove. That's something that you will need. The ashes of a dead rich man. Okay, the egg of a vulture. You may need to go through humiliation ritual, or this is what someone has already went through. And then we have feed the chicken. Before any of this happens, you have to feed the chicken. You have to command the chicken to eat. Okay, so however many however much the chicken eats is based on your lifespan, or how long you'll be able to bask in your glory of whatever it is that this person sold their soul to. You also need 3 spirits to summon. These are high ranking demons that you are summoning, okay? So those are the messages. I'm not finna I'm sorry if you thought I was gonna be like, so, you know, but no. All right. So let's get some overall general messages for this. I'm actually going to start with the tarot, and then I'm going to go into the spirit book to see what 3 spirits that is in this message. All right, so I'm trying not to make this too long, but let's see. If I organize my shit, then it shouldn't be too long. All right. Now, this right here, what I just read, this is probably high-ranking magic. You see, he didn't ask for fame or fortune, he asked for wealth. So this is probably something that you would see with the elite, or this is something that you would see with people who are in the 1 percentile, like the millionaires, the billionaires, things like that, okay? The door was open to him because he was a pastor. Remember, if you weren't here for the first message, I said I got on the elevator to go here in my car, and this guy was listening to TD Jakes, and that's my favorite pastor, so I listened to the message, and he said some people can't sacrifice because they don't know their priest, okay? If you talk about spiritual laws, a pastor is a priest, okay? So let's just keep it going. When you regularly sell your soul, if someone regularly sold their soul for fame, okay, a musician or some shit like that, this would include the Crossroads, okay? In this story, the Crossroads was the cemetery. Usually the Crossroads are the cemetery, okay? So you could be dealing with Papa Legba, you could be dealing with Bori spirits, things of that nature, violent, volatile spirits. This is also why violence is constantly unleashed and talked about in music, because these are the spirits that they are pulling on. I didn't mention it, but in this form, he actually had to do a ritual where the demons were able to swarm and attack them, but they were in a circle of protection. But if he were to step outside of that circle of protection, he would have died, right? So in the other form, whereas we're talking about the music industry or some shit, right, they would go to the crossroads. If you want to talk about like someone like Robert Johnson, where he went to the crossroads, he met the devil tuned his instrument for him, and he was able to play like he was the best musician known to man. Blues singer, whatever. But a lot of these artists, if you listen to their music, if you listen to them, if you see them by their actions, are tormented by the devil, okay? They're tormented by the actions that they took. I'm also getting these people are always being aware of time. They always know that time is ticking. This is what someone is thinking about. Someone knows that their time is ticking. They need to basically fulfill whatever it is that they want to do, because time will leave them, okay? So you have the Ace of Swords, clarity or truth. Someone's going to get the truth. I'm also getting a confirmation, okay? I'm also hearing a confirmation code. What the fuck? But with the Ace of Swords here, this is real shit. This is real shit right here, okay? We have stardom. Someone may want fame, stardom, so they may be going the Crossroads way, okay? Someone could just be getting started, okay? But this is talent. This is raw, pure energy, talent that someone has to have for something to go well, okay? I mentioned to you guys I was watching American Horror Stories, and it was basically about them taking a pill to enhance their talents, and if you didn't have talent, then you will become like basically a zombie, a vessel, right? Which is basically the real world right now, right? So this is real talent. We have the Page of Swords, observation. This is also seeing in the spiritual realm. You see this person is looking at nothing. You have no idea what it's looking at. This is like, this is what you need in order to move. This is what this person is doing, okay? Whoever we are talking about or whatever we're talking about, the message is like massive, but I'm trying to generalize it. And not only that, I'm trying to personalize it, make you feel like you can relate to it as well. But this is the ability to observe the motherfucking spiritual, right? The spiritual, what's around you, even if the naked eye cannot see it. Okay, we have the star card. Yes, these beings that these people are praying to get these talents, to get these advances, to get these pay raises, they are being observed. You can't lie to these spirits, because they see what you cannot see. Okay, yeah, we have the Six of Cups. This is also gifts, like someone wants an advancement in their gifts, which is what most people want, because it's not even that someone wants someone to do it for them. Someone wants to do it themselves, or someone wants it to seem like it's them. But that's also why you get these people where they have to say, hey, I sold my soul, or hey, I believe in the devil, or hey, this is the devil, whatever. Okay, you see those energies, because people will start to think that it's coming purely from them when they're channeling a demon, right? And so they have to be able to make that pact happy as well. Okay, yeah, the Nine of Wands is stress that someone is dealing with or going through. I'm also getting halogens, hallucinations. Someone could be taking drugs to diminish what they're hearing, what they're seeing, what they're feeling. This could also be dream state wise. Okay, a lot of times, even if you have crossed over and sold your soul, if you are truly anointed, or if God truly, God will send them like prophetic messages that usually are protected. You cannot see, other people cannot, do anything to destruct that unless they were to tell them. So a lot of times, this is why someone has handlers and things of that nature. They're supposed to control, watch that person, right? Okay. We have the High Priestess. Do you know your priest? You cannot sacrifice if you do not know your priest, who you are praying to. A lot of these people are being confused as well, because they think a lot of people don't know that they sold their soul, and that's how they can get you to sacrifice whatever to whoever and get the consequences from whatever this is. Okay, but this is a priest, or this is a high priestess. Okay, this is someone who takes care of sacrifices. They take care of the things that you want to give to heaven, to give to God. That's why pastors pray over you, because that's their job. Okay, or they pray for you because they have a strong connection with the divine that you may not have. So it's almost like that episode of SpongeBob where everyone was writing a note to Santa Claus, and they sent it up like that, but it was one person sending the messages. Okay, and yeah. We have the Six of Wands again as a confirmation. I'm also getting froze or frozen. Maybe look up frozen. I know I'm able to find a lot of dark meanings and interpretations, so I'll look it up for y'all. Frozen, the dark connotation, something about frozen. I know it something about twins or a twin sister, but you guys know, when I was on ecstasy one day, I had this great revelation that I think a lot of artists have, and I want to say I'm an artist right now, because I realized that God and the devil are the exact same thing. Think about it. Their God is the devil, but I can't explain it. Like, you would have to be extremely enlightened to know this. I also went into a phase whereas I had realized that I was a prophet that day, and I realized that only a certain amount of people know this message. They can correlate this message, put this message together. I realized that I had got to a crazy ass point. I'm like, yeah, I have to kill myself because this is the only way this is gonna start. Like, it was crazy. Okay, but we're not even gonna go into there. I have like so many notebooks and shit like that of me just writing like some weird out of this world way, like for hours. Like, it's insane. But yeah, I'm getting something about twins. Okay, we have the Sun card, and then we have the Ace of Swords is exposure. Okay, like, okay, I'm gonna try to minimize it a little bit. When I was talking about how God and the devil were like pretty much the same and things like that, it's really weird because like I was basically explaining that, like, people pray to the devil, they don't call him the devil, they call him their God. He grants their wishes, he creates their land, he creates for them. It's the exact same thing as we call them, and everyone calls it a different. It was just crazy. Okay, so let's just continue. Let's pull some 3 spirits. Let's pull the first spirit, Haiti. All right, so the first spirit is Loup Garou. Okay, this is a French Caribbean fusion of a werewolf spirit. Okay, this is, okay, let me read it. Haitian and Creole Caribbean are a fusion of Breton werewolf traditions, African secret sorcerer societies, although technically this word translates as werewolf. Caribbean lopes transcend the technical definition of werewolves as men who transform into wolves and back. Okay, so the werewolf spirit. It says some members of this secret society obtain their powers from Iowa. There is also a traditional belief that barren women consumed with rage, anger, aggression, and resentment and involuntarily transform into werewolves or lap guroks. This person may not wish to be this. She may resist as hard as she can, only to uncontrollably transform at night. Unlike regular werewolves, these can fly. Their violent attacks may be random, but children of enemies are particularly vulnerable. They suck children's blood in the manner of a vampire rather than a traditional werewolf. Children may be consumed. Those that are not killed may develop intestinal worms that resist medical treatment. A shamanic herbalist may be required to effect a cure. Certain plants are used to ward off these things. They are not taken internally. They are not necessarily a cure for the initiated illness. The presence of the plant around a building or a home should prevent the loup garou from approaching. Okay. Looks like an ordinary woman, but at night transform into a winged monster. Okay. So that's the first one. Okay, we have Lady of the Rope. According to Mayan cosmology, those who go straight to paradise after death are warriors killed in battle, women who die in childbirth, priests, and those who commit suicide. Is the matron goddess of those who commit suicide by hanging. Wow. So this is the spirit of the committing of suicide by hanging. If they've led virtuous lives, she welcomes them to her after realm, depending on circumstances, may serve as escort to the afterlife too. Portrayed as a dead woman, her eyes are closed, swinging from heaven with the rope around her neck. Black circle ornaments her face. You guys could be dealing with somebody that is suicidal. Okay. We have Azel, which is another spirit for the devil. All right, I'm going to the next one, y'all.